of your robe. I need the hem of your robe. And as you walk by me and hang your robe down low,
let's cry out to him today.
As I cry, Jesus, oh precious Jesus, oh wonderful Jesus, be here now.
Yes, we cry to you.
As I cry, Jesus, oh precious Jesus, oh wonderful Jesus, be here now. As I cry, Jesus, oh precious Jesus, oh wonderful Jesus, be here now.
You know, she was just talking about the woman with the issue of blood. I was thinking while I was sitting there, and she talked about how she pressed through, and the Bible says that the woman, as she began to press through the crowd, and I can imagine with it being such a crowd that she had to press through, that a lot of people bumped into Jesus. There was probably a lot of people touching and bumping in, but there was something about that woman when she touched him that Jesus immediately stopped, and he asked his disciples a question. He says, "Who touched me?" I want to be able to have such a pursuit for God that when I reach out to touch him, that he stops everything and he says, "Who just did that? Who just did that? What do you need?" And the Bible says he looked at her and says, "Woman," the Bible never said that Jesus touched her. She touched him, and he says, "Woman, your faith has made you whole." Because she touched him. I think we live in a world that is very complacent and a world that's very entitled. That we sit and we expect certain things to be given to us. We expect certain things to be just laid out for us, and this is the way it's supposed to be, and I'm supposed to have this, and I'm entitled to this. And I think that mindset has trickled into the church. Let me rephrase that. That mindset has flooded into the church. And so we walk into church with a level of entitlement that, God, I showed up, so now bless me. God, I did my part, now bless me. And the whole time, God's just saying, I want you to reach for me. Just reach for me. What if the very thing that we stand in need of is not being poured out because we're not reaching to touch him? What if that very family member you're praying for is because hasn't come to know the Lord because you aren't reaching to touch the throne? So I want to ask you a question this morning. If you stand in need of if you have any form of prayer request, raise your hand. If there's anything in your life that you're trusting and believing, I want God to move in a certain way. Now, with those hands raised, can we stand to our feet? And can we keep our hands raised? And can we just try, with our voices raised, can we see if we can just touch him? Because he's here this morning. He's passing by. The question is whether or not you want to reach out, whether it's important enough to you to reach out. Because, hey, everything that has ever been put forth as far as the promises of God, Jesus said it's finished, it's done. So now it's a matter for us to reach out and receive it. So sing it one more time. I need the hymn.
I need the hem.
Come on, just reach and touch as he passes by. Believe for it.
I need the hem of your robe. So as you walk by me and
your robe down low. I need the hymn.
I need the hem of your robe, and I need the hem of your robe. So as you walk by me, and hang your robe down low.
As I cry, Jesus. Come on. Cry out this morning.
As I cry, Jesus, oh precious Jesus,
Oh,
wonderful Jesus,
be. Come on.
here now.
As I cry, Jesus.
As I cry, Jesus, oh precious Jesus, oh wonderful Jesus, be here now.
'Cause I believe you're my healer, and I believe you are all I need. And I believe you're my portion. And I believe you're more than enough for me. Jesus, you're all I need. Come on, you're all I need. Jesus.